Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? I'm back and I'm live once again. Jay Hollingshed, your personal high-performance mindset coach and public speaker. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is episode 202. Episode 202, 202 of 365, and this is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. Today's episode is coming from pillar number 6 because today is Friday, the 6th day of the week, in which we always discuss pillar number 6, which is managing stress. We're going to be managing stress for today. Before we go into our stress management, let's give a shout out to everybody that's tuning in right at 9 o'clock. My brother AJ, big brother Noble, Arthur Hollingshed. What's up, man? I appreciate you and love you. My wife Lisa, what's up, babe? I appreciate you and love you too. All my front row seats. Big Frank from the Memphis Fire Department. I see you, bro. Let me give you a shout right here, waving at you. I'm waving at all my people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those that are watching this on repeat, I'm waving at you right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. And if you want to watch this on repeat, along with this episode in its entirety, you can watch it on my YouTube channel. All of my episodes are on my YouTube channel within 24 hours after this live video. So thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to get right into stress management. I took down some facts. I got it right here on my laptop in front of me. We're going to go through some facts and we're going to keep rolling. But today, I know I've usually talked to my athletes and my entrepreneurs, and I spend more so talking to my athletes. But today, we're going to take the entrepreneurial route. Talking to my entrepreneurs today, and those in my corporate environment. Coping with stress at work. Now, according to a recent survey by Everest College, 83% of United States professionals are stressed at their jobs. People, that's less than 20% of people are dealing with a non-stressful job in the United States. That's huge. So 83% of those of professionals are stressed at their job in the United States. That's huge. Here's an even more staggering percentage. 46% of Americans work in a major source of stress. 46%. That's right at 50. That's almost half. Half of the United States, population of the United States, work in a stressful environment. We got to do something about that. But if we can't control we can't control our environment, the environment that we're in, or we can't control the stresses of the job, we can control how we cope with the stress, how we deal with the stress. So coping with stress on the job or coping with stress at work. Here are some common stressors. Common stressors at work. Stress comes to work. Stress is produced at work from low salaries, excessive workloads. A lot of us, for myself, formerly being in the medical field, having an excessive patient load, especially nurses. When your patient load varies from day to day, you get there, you're supposed to have a ratio of 1 to 7, 1 to 5 or something like that. But you get there, you get 10 patients, and then all of a sudden they slap you with another one and expect you to perform in the exact same function and the same level of professionalism that you would if you had 2 patients. Yeah. So low paying salaries, excessive workloads. What else? Few opportunities within that job for growth and advancement. Also, if you're in a job that's not challenging to you, it's not engaging or challenging, you're just sitting there pushing a button. Most jobs that aren't challenging are jobs that don't challenge your mind. If it's more physical and it's a high labor job, all you're doing is being used as a pack mule, or you're moving boxes, picking up boxes. That's actually the majority of the United States sees that as something that's not challenging. Unless you're going for the physical challenge, it is definitely there. Now, stressful work environments bring a lot of things to our bodies. Our spirit and our mind, our spirit and bodies, headaches, high blood pressure, depression, and some even resort to smoking as a way to cope with the stress. However, if we are not careful, in how we deal with the stress, or if we don't deal with the stressors, we can take our stress and use it as emotional baggage. Now, when I say emotional baggage, I'm talking about problems you take from one place to the next. It's your bag. It's your baggage. You take baggage from one place to the next. When you're traveling, you pack baggage. And in your baggage, you have whatever, but you take it with you. So right now, if you are not careful and you're at work and you're stressed at work, you can bring their stress home as emotional baggage and take it out on your loved ones inadvertently. Same thing if you're at home and you're dealing with stress at home. You'll have that on your mind. You'll be thinking about it and you haven't let it go, or you haven't dealt with it before you got in the car. Stress like that, you leave it where it is. Don't take it with you. Don't travel with it. Leave it right there where it is. Pick it up when you get back to it, because it's still going to be there. You're going to have to deal with it. But at the same time, leave it there. Don't take it with you. So if you're at home, you're dealing with stress at home in the mornings, kids ain't acting right, husband, wife tripping, spouse tripping or whatever. Well, okay, let it go while you're at home. Leave it in the front yard. Leave it in the driveway. It'll be there when you get back. The thing is, don't take it to work, because when you take it to work, it's going to be on your mind as a frustrating moment, as emotional baggage. And you're going to be thinking about that as you go through your performance at work, and it's going to affect your job performance. So you don't want to carry emotional baggage. Now, so how do you deal with the stress? How do we cope with it? We're still talking about coping with stressors at work for my entrepreneurs, for my corporate environment people, corporate athletes, as I would say, or as my wife would affectionately say, our corporate athletes. How do we deal with that? Let me give you 3 ways of dealing with those corporate stressors. By the way, I have to give credit where credit is due. All of this information I'm giving you now, it comes from research, except the statistics. They came from other areas. But most of this is research that was done by the American American Psychology Association. Okay, the APA, American Psychology Association. Now, managing the stress, 3 ways to manage that. We're going to talk about developing healthy responses. Healthy responses to the stressors, because when the stress hits you, you are getting hit with negative energy. It's human nature to hit back with the same energy, to match it, meet it or beat it, is what the human nature, what human mind wants to do. So if somebody hits you with negative energy, you want to hit them back with negative energy. Somebody talks loud to you, you want to talk loud to them, but you want to one-up them and talk louder. So you're trying to meet them and beat them with the same amount of energy. Think. React is not what you want to do. You want to stop, press the pause button, think, and intelligently respond. Don't instantly react, but intelligently respond. So the next time a stressor hits you with negative energy, instead of trying to meet and beat it with the same energy, here's an example. Instead of attempting to fight stress with fast food, alcohol, or smoking, try healthy choices. Healthy foods. A lot of us eat comfort foods. That's why they're called comfort foods. They make us comfortable when we are stressed, and it makes us feel a certain way. We feel, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna chill. Comfort foods, they sit you on your belly. Where they sit on your belly and then you sit on your bottom. And you sit there and you kind of just don't want to deal with anything else. You're just chilling. And your mind is at an easy point. You are comfortable. But the stressor is still going to be there when you get to an uncomfortable state. So instead of attempting to deal with their stress with negative environments, or negative ways to do that, like fast food, smoking, or making bad food choices, try healthy food choices. Healthy food choices will help you and give you positive, it will give you energy so you can think and not sit and be affected with a low energy. They give you a high amount of energy to where you can positively combat the stress. And that way you won't feel a lot of tension rise once you make those healthy choices. Now, number 2, not 3. Number 2, establish boundaries. You want to establish your boundaries. What do I mean by establish boundaries? This may mean make rules for yourself. Check your emails at a certain time. A lot of us, especially when it comes to working in a corporate environment or the entrepreneurs, we get frustrated because from our email. We'll get messages we don't want to hear, we don't want to deal with right now, or a message that we forgot something, and it'll be putting pressure on us to act a certain way or to do something within a certain time frame. We know we already have 24 hours in a day, and so we can't control time, so we got to control what we can control. Manage ourselves according to time. It's not time management, it's self-management according to time. So one way to self-manage the time is to self-manage the stress in the same way by checking your emails certain times of the day. Check your email a certain time of the day. Once you're working, take a break after a couple of hours, run through a certain amount of emails, let it go, handle them, move on to your work. Come back several hours later, stop, check a few emails, let it go. If you're jumping every time your phone says, hey, I'm talking to you, so you got to grab your phone. Every time your phone says, psst, I'm over here, and you got to run to it. Your phone is controlling you, and it has a delivery of stress to tell you. So keep that in mind. Check your email at a certain time of the day. Also, another boundary you may want to use is controlling yourself through your cell phone as far as dinner time. This may work with your kids as well. Have a family dinner, and when you have your dinner, no phones during dinner. Not answering your phone during dinner time. That's a really good one, okay? Those are boundaries you can use to remove stress or to manage your stress. Number 3, learn how to relax. My good friend back home, Darren, his favorite word, relax. Just relax. Take it easy. Relax. That's what he does. And so he doesn't get stressed out a lot because he relaxes. And so that's one thing to do. Learn to relax. When I say press the pause button, you press pause. A good friend of mine, in fact, they're a couple, Chris and Amber, what they do, they got a 6-second rule. If there's stress between the two of them, what they would do is say, hold 6 seconds. And so nobody says anything for the 6 seconds, and after that, they got to hug each other. When that happens, you release the tension. You're hitting it with something positive. That's a healthy response, actually. You're hitting, combating the negative with something that's positive. And when you hit it with a positive response, it's like putting water on fire. It dissipates. You put it out, you extinguish it. So extinguish your stress with these 3 responses. Learn how to relax. What is relaxing? Some techniques are meditation, deep breathing exercises. When you press pause, stop, count to 10, or take 10 deep breaths, okay? To where you gotta feel and watch and think about your breathing. Take those deep breaths. Now, also, let me see. Yeah, that's it. Your mindfulness exercises, which is your meditation. You got your deep breathing exercises, and those help melt away the stress of your corporate workday. So thank you so much. This is Jay Hollingshed, your personal high performance mindset coach and public speaker. And you know I gotta say it. Our performances will produce an excuse or an effort. The fact that you're here watching this video lets me know that you are here to make the effort and not the excuse. Thank you for tuning in. This is Jay Hollingshed, episode 202 of 365, Managing Stress from Pillar number 6. Be well, stay blessed, and as always, through love, be a blessing. God bless.